There are a few things that clients sometimes forget. So one of them is, if there is rental income in this country, it needs to be paid in this country. That is what the double taxation agreement that Portugal has with most countries stipulates. Income on property is paid in the country where the property is. Less now, but a few years ago, I came across many people that were declaring their rental income in their country of tax residency. That is not correct. It has to be declared here. So that's one of the things sometimes people don't realize. Also important for a lawyer in particular, that clients, when they do some changes to their properties, knock down a few walls, change a facade, change structure, that they do let us know, because at time of a sale, that will come up on a survey report and we could have resolved it long before a sale arrives. So it's something that give us a call, tell us what they're going to do, and we can go for planning, regularize the situation, not just in the local municipality, but also in the legal departments, because there might be a change in the number of bedrooms, and that needs to be declared. So definitely those two I would stress out. Also important, and probably this has been covered in what I've said already, but it is very important when someone buys that they think of the plan for that property. Is it a forever property? Will it just stay in the family after they pass away? Is it a first purchase in Portugal and they will then buy something bigger or build? So it's important to plan, because having of course, sometimes we don't know, but if we can anticipate that, a lawyer can give a better suggestion in terms of purchase structure, and that's quite important. Well, when we finish a purchase, we always give to our clients a file with all the documents. Of course, we can do it digitally, but we find our clients quite like to hold them. So we attach to those files, or we enclose in those documents all the costs they've had, the stamp duty, the transfer tax, the legal fees, all the costs, the survey. And I always say to them, keep all the expenses that you have with the property, because at time of sale, some of them will be used against capital gain tax. So definitely be organized. Put your taxpayer number on your mobile so that when you're buying something for the property, tiles, whatever, we can use them against a CGT bill in the future. It's also important when clients think of selling that they reach out to the lawyers, because there is a need to update documents, to update the file, and it's important to plan that in advance so that if a buyer comes along, we're not surprised with the lack of an energy certificate, the lack of planning, something like that. So it's important to stay in touch, or at least when you're selling the property, contact the lawyer before speaking to the agents. Well, you can obviously go the judicial route, arbitral route, or my preferred option is mediation. In over 21 years in the practice, we have had one dispute, which is very specific. We tend to resolve all matters through mediation. We speak to people, we speak to the lawyers. It is a very rare occurrence. And if there are problems, and the problems can be in a transaction, suddenly our buyer hasn't been able to release the funds in time and we need to negotiate extensions, sometimes 2 extensions. We work around it, we find a solution. Sometimes is an access with the neighbor in land. Again, we've had that. We find solutions, and people normally listen. If you have the right approach, if you speak to people with reason, we find solutions. So it's most rare that we need to resort to court. Well, I think that probably depends from office to office. I don't know what my colleagues are doing, but in the office, we really hold our clients' hands through not only the process, but with all the practical things. We have clients that ask us to keep an eye on the dates for their tax in the car, to remind them of the council rates, to request their tax representative asks for the council rates to be paid once annually, they want us to open or to help open the bank account for them. We have some clients that do not want to have a management company running their property, and we end up doing all the payments for them and sending them a statement. Some need help with buying a car, it's particularly common when it's a Tesla. So, it depends. We really do whatever our clients need. We confirm they're alive for insurance purposes, declarations for the children to leave the country, and we include that really in our purchase service because we feel we're a bit of a neighborhood law firm, and clients just pop in and we assist them whatever they require. The girls are really helpful, and it just works well. So we do all of that. I say to clients, we'll hold your hand, whatever it is, whatever the matter is, even services we may not do in the office, we will hold their hand and guide them through any problem or difficulty they may have. And it's quite nice because we're a, biggish team, and they know exactly who will help with something, or who will assist with the tax, or who will assist with the car or with the insurance. So it becomes a very functional and service orientated offer we give in the office.